Today, let's talk about the incredible story of Bibha Chowdhuri. Now, this is a name that really should be famous in the halls of science, but for way too long, it was lost to the shadows. This is a story of reclamation, and it all starts with a single, powerful question.
And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? How does someone who is right on the verge of a world-changing discovery, someone whose work was literally nominated for a Nobel Prize, just fade from history? It's a real puzzle, and solving it tells us so much about science, about recognition, and about which voices we choose to remember. So, let's start with the woman herself. Bibha Chowdhuri wasn't just another physicist. She was a true pioneer, a brilliant mind working in one of the most exciting fields of her time. And yet somehow, she became a forgotten star in the great constellation of science.
And this is the core paradox of her entire career. I mean, she was right there at the absolute cutting edge, studying cosmic rays and fundamental particles. But while her male colleagues were being celebrated, she was consistently, and you could say systematically, pushed to the margins. It was an almost impossible hurdle for a woman in the scientific world of her time.
This brings us to the harsh reality she had to navigate every single day. Being a genius, but being forced to operate from the margins. This was never a question of her talent. It was a collision between her incredible brilliance and the system she was trapped within.
I mean, just look at this contrast. It lays out the injustice so clearly. On one side, you have undeniable world-class brilliance, groundbreaking work, the discovery of a key subatomic particle, the pi meson, and a Nobel nomination from none other than Erwin Schrödinger himself. And on the other side, the system's response. She was pushed aside, received no major awards in her lifetime, and was almost completely erased from memory.
So here's the crucial takeaway. Her story isn't about one or two prejudiced individuals holding her back. No, it's a powerful critique of an entire system, an entire social structure that systematically silenced and sidelined female intellect. Her story proves a difficult truth. Scientific merit, it turns out, was simply not enough.
Okay, so let's dig into her actual work for a second, just to understand the sheer scale of her achievements. Because her contributions to science were absolutely monumental, even if they were met with a deafening silence from the world.
Chowdhury's most significant work was on something called the pi meson. Now, we're not talking about some obscure little particle here. This thing is a key to understanding the strong nuclear force, the cosmic glue that holds the entire nucleus of an atom together. Its discovery was a massive leap forward for physics, and this is the work that got her that Nobel nomination. It was truly world-class science, just performed without the world-class recognition it so clearly deserved. So her life follows this incredible, almost cinematic arc. It starts with struggle and exclusion in a completely male-dominated field. Then you have this long period of profound achievement without any of the applause. But, and this is so important, the story doesn't end there. It ends with posthumous recognition, which makes her entire journey symbolic of a much larger generational shift in the world of science. And that recognition, when it finally came, was just so poetic and so powerful. This is where her story really goes beyond a simple biography and becomes something truly cosmic. Just think about it for a second. Here was a woman who dedicated her entire life to studying cosmic rays. These particles that literally rain down on all of us from the stars.
And then this happens, the ultimate poetic justice. In 2018, the International Astronomical Union officially renamed a star in her honor. It is now, and will forever be, known simply as Bibha.
The cosmic irony here is just, wow. It's profound. A scientist who was largely ignored here on Earth finally receives her rightful recognition in the very heavens she spent her life studying. It elevates her story from a tragedy of neglect to this beautiful, poetic vindication. It proves that truth and brilliance, they might be delayed, but they can never, ever be erased.
So what does this all mean for us today? Why does her story matter right now? Well, because it isn't just about the past. Her legacy is very much alive. And you know what? Her light continues to shine. Yeah, her legacy isn't something to be looked at in a dusty museum. It's a living, breathing continuity. The sacrifices she made, the difficult path she forged with sheer perseverance, all of that laid the foundation for the successes we see today. When we look at the brilliant women of India's Chandrayaan missions, women like Dr. Ritu Kardal Srivastava, we are literally seeing the continuation of Bibha Chowdhury's work. So when you put it all together, her story acts as this powerful corrective to a history that forgot her. It's a feminist testimony in the world of science, a beautiful tribute to perseverance. And maybe most importantly, it's a bridge that connects the invisibility of the past with the empowerment we're finally starting to see today. Her story gives us a much clearer moral compass for navigating the history of science.
And maybe that's the real lesson here. Bibha Chowdhury's life teaches us something incredibly profound, that stars were never meant to remain hidden, and that even when true brilliance is ignored, its light doesn't just vanish. It continues to illuminate the path for others, quietly, persistently, and eternally.